Hello and welcome to Telecom TV. I'm Martin Warwick. We are at the second Great Telco Debate in London, and I'm talking with Graham Wilde, consultant of BWCS. Graham, good to see you. You've worked with Chris Lewis on this Great Telco Debate. This is the second annual event. How's it been?
Martin, it's great to see you, first of all. Thanks for coming. Great to have Telecom TV here. It's been great. I've really enjoyed it. And I think that the level of debate's been really encouraging. And I think the mood this year has been a bit more encouraging than last year. It's been a bit better than last year. Last year, we were kind of down on ourselves as an industry, I think. This year, I think we've seen some very encouraging presentations from Virgin Media Business, for example, from Three, both of whom, in different ways, are showing signs that they're kind of engaging with the new reality of the digital world. They're putting the customers first again, which they should have perhaps been doing, we as an industry should have perhaps been doing for a long time, but it's starting to come to the fore again now. So I think it's been really interesting, it's been encouraging, and I'm very happy with the way it's gone today.
If you look back 20 years, let's say, or less perhaps in many ways, the industry's been beating itself up quite a lot. It's telco and the telco industry, the old telco industry, the operators and so on, tend to be navel gazers, do they not? So they're looking inwards all the time, then they're surprised that something's happened outside their immediate orbit.
Yeah, I think that's absolutely right. And I think in some ways telecoms is no different from many other industries in that respect. But I think what's happened in telecommunications has been quite unique over the past 20 years or so, because there's a whole other industry sector which has emerged, which piggybacks on top of telecommunications capacity, and you might call that industry digital media or the digital economy. It's people like Facebook, Apple, Google, Microsoft, and so on. And back in the day when I started my first job in telecommunications, telecoms was a very exciting and sexy area to be in. It was a high margin business, it was a very fast go ahead business, and the market caps of companies that were quoted, at least on the stock exchanges at that time, were very high. What's happened over the last 20 years or so is that for us in telecoms, it seems that this other industry has emerged, that the market capitalizations of companies like Facebook and Google and so on, compared to their revenues, are pretty eye-watering, really, when you compare them with telecom operator market capitalizations.
Yep.
And somehow we feel like we've been bypassed, we've missed a trick or something like that. However, I think that you've got to put that in perspective, and as you said, we're a bit of a navel-gazing industry sometimes. If you compare us with other industry sectors, completely unrelated, like pharmaceuticals, railways, for example, we're still a fast-moving industry, we're still a very dynamic industry, and we've still got a big role to play in the global economy.
Now, good leads me nicely into the next question. This is number 2 of the Great Telcos Debate. I don't want you to look into the crystal ball and say this is what's going to be happening this time next year, because it might not. But do you see the global industry is on an upswing in general?
Yeah, I think it is. I mean, I think the global economy generally is on an upswing, and I think that telecoms in particular is on even more of an upswing than you might expect from looking at the industry, the global industry as a whole. And I think the reason for that is that we finally come to a realization about what we can and can't do in telecommunications, what we do well, what we don't do well. We've stopped perhaps beating ourselves up a little bit. We've started to embrace the new reality of the digital society, and we've seen that there are certain elements of that new reality that we can pick off and that we can do well. And I think that telecom operators are starting to go for those things aggressively, seriously, and I think that's a good thing.
Well, it's been a great day. As you know, I attend a lot of events like this. It's one of the best I've ever been to, so congratulations.
Thank you.
Graham, well, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you, Martin.
Cheers.
Cheers.